So, before we begin, I got two announcements to make. Firstly, it seems like the Fantastic Skeptic channel has been terminated here on YouTube. I smell some DMCA bullshit here. And secondly, it appears that Masaru recently passed away. So I do feel a bit like a douche for the last video. However, my statement on him still stands though. With that out of the way, Jordan is about to tell us all about chakra. No, not that kind of chakra. Anyway, let's begin Spirit Science Session 2, Chakras.
Hi there, welcome back. As we touched upon in Lesson 1, the world right now is in an incredibly disharmonic state. A few people mentioned that we've always been disharmonic, and this is true.
I would not use the term disharmonic, but yes, throughout history we have experienced lots of wars and disasters. And unfortunately, there will be a lot more. Sad but true.
In fact, we've been growing more and more disharmonic for about 13,000 years now. It's in our DNA, and it's something that we're passing through as a species. We're at the end of it though, and we will never be here again. We're just not in tune with ourselves, and mass consciousness is beginning to realize it.
With mass consciousness, I assume you're talking about the Global Consciousness Project, which is just parapsychology bullshit.
The reason for this, however, is not because of bad politics or greed in business. Those are simply long-term manifestations of the real problem, which lies on a much more individual level. The true problem is in our old way of thinking, creating tension on every level. This will become more apparent as the lessons go on.
I'm sure it will.
We're going through something of a shift right now into a completely new state of being, with a new way of thinking and a different understanding of the one reality. In today's lesson, I'm going to talk about chakras, and how you can become more in tune with yourself and those around you on multiple levels.
This is going to get stupid, isn't it, Jordan?
Now, for us to even start to understand chakras, first we have to understand the basics of light and color. If you take pure light and shine it through a prism, the light will break into a spectrum of 7 colors.
7? You do realize there are more than 7 colors, right?
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. We familiarly recognize this as the spectrum of the rainbow, or even more familiar, the basic palette in Photoshop.
Excuse me, folks.
This spectrum as we know it is the foundation of every visible color. What you might not know about color is that each color has its own vibration.
I think the word you're looking for is wavelength, or frequency, since vibration is motion back and forth around the point of equilibrium.
Red has the longest wavelength and the slowest vibration frequency.
Actually, that would be in the spectrum of infrared. Also stop using the word vibration when you speak of color.
We recognize this as warm and stimulating. Violet has the shortest wavelength and the fastest frequency, and we recognize it as cool and calming. I don't think I have to describe what happens between these two colors, it's just a frequency change. This basic knowledge, believe it or not, is very important, but we're gonna have to look at some other stuff first.
Well, at least you didn't use the word vibration. And let me guess, this is where the true stupid begins, right?
Now, in modern science we've learned that certain colors can stimulate mental activity, and other colors can calm the mind. We know that we need light energy for nourishing our brain, emotion, physical body, and perhaps more importantly, our chakras. So, what is a chakra? The word chakra comes from the Sanskrit word meaning wheel. A chakra is a wheel-like vortex spinning in a circular motion within the body.
And here we come to the argument that creationists and New Age guys, like you, Jordan, love to use. That argument being, I say so, therefore it is so, without using any kind of scientific experimentation or even rational thought.
This forms a vacuum in the center that draws in energy on a vibratory level. It can draw in anything from color vibration to microwaves to energy and emotions of people that we come into contact with. This works in tandem with the thought realm that we discussed last week, as thoughts are on a vibratory level. Right, so chakras are energy points that run vertically from the top of your head down your spine. Depending on how you look at it, there are 7, 8, or 13 primary chakras, as well as over hundreds of smaller, less important ones that are just scattered around the body. I'm going to cover the 8 and 13 later on, so for now let's just stick with the basic 7.
Thank God for that, or else I might get some serious head injury.
Your chakras are kind of like the etheric motor of the soul. Not only do chakras draw in energy, each and every chakra radiates an energy of vibration and govern over a major organ or gland connected to other body parts that resonate of the same frequency.
So, if chakras works like this, sucking up photons, emotions, and also radiate, don't you think that would be common knowledge in the scientific community today? Or do you have another conspiracy theory on that one?
To have balanced and aligned chakras will make you happier, healthier, and more in tune with yourself. When one chakra center is out of sync, it may eventually affect the organs and glands that it's connected to, and cause chakras neighboring them to also go out of sync, causing a chain reaction and many bodily imbalances.
I don't think I have to say anything here.
A chakra can become out of balance when it is overactive, underactive, or possibly congested or blocked. This is almost always felt on a mental, emotional, or physical level. The benefits to energizing your chakras and learning about them are primarily for a harmony of mind, body, and spirit. Your mind alone cannot nurture your whole being, nor can a proper food diet solve all of your problems. It is through your chakras that you can learn to balance all of you, bringing you into a healthier state of consciousness.
I just left this segment in for later in the video. It hurts my brain, but trust me folks, it's important for later.
As I mentioned before, each chakra is connected to an organ or gland, which governs over a section of the body. The order of the chakras actually go from the bottom up, starting with red, and changing vibrations in each chakra until you get to violet. Before we go any further, think about this. When you break light apart, you get 7 colors. These are the same 7 colors that our physical body is tethered to. What would you see if you were to look at a human through an etheric prism? Are we beings of light? Think about it.
This is something that has been adapted by the New Age movement, since the chakras described in Hinduism didn't have a particular color. Also, beings of light? Yes, what the hell do you smoke, Jordan?
Survival, sex, power, love, expression, intuition, spiritual. These are the 7 traits through which we grow and are at the core of our being. Do you know of a time when you were struggling with your ego, or didn't seem to have a heart, or couldn't express yourself? If you or anyone you know have a problem or come off too strong in any of these traits, the reason why is because of an imbalance within the chakras.
Yeah, because it's not like those are personality traits or anything.
Okay, so we know what chakras are now, yet we haven't even begun to scratch the surface of this topic. For the remainder of this lesson, I want to talk about methods of opening, activating, and charging your chakras. I feel like it will be more beneficial to you at this point.
Well folks, it's all downhill from here on out.
As we know, each chakra resonates to a color that we just discussed. Doing things like wearing clothing that matches the color of a chakra will cause it to resonate. I remember when I first learned about this, all of my chakras were closed except for my throat, which was way too open.
You don't say.
The reason for this was because my bedroom was painted blue, as well as my bed sheets were blue, and every night I would get a chakra boost in that one area.
Evidence, Jordan. Please, show us some scientific evidence that this works, and you might just have a point here.
Sunlight is our main source and provider of light, heat, and energy. Sunlight itself consists of energies in the form of cosmic rays, gamma rays, X-rays, visible light rays, infrared rays, microwaves, and even radio waves.
So you are aware that there are more than 7 colors. Or at least, I hope so.
Lying in the sun for half an hour can give you a powerful energy boost. Eating food that matches the chakra colors are good as well. Eating red tomatoes and apples are good for the root chakra. Eating greens are good for the heart. Does this make you want to eat healthier?
Didn't you just say that no specific food diet could solve your problems? Yet here you are saying, eat this and your chakra will solve your problems. But besides that, do you know what vitamins are, Jordan? You do know that the sun's UVB rays affect our skin, thus our body starts producing vitamin D. Or another example, fruits and vegetables also contains a lot of different vitamins that are essential to our body working properly. It's got nothing to do with the spinning vacuum vortex chakra, Jordan.
Color baths are a really relaxing way to open a chakra. You can get this organic fluid that you put in your bath, which changes the color of the bath. You can just lay back and relax and get an energy boost from the water itself.
Why do I get the feeling that your web shop might just sell this?
Finally, and this is the best way to open your chakras hands down, go get Reiki. I kid you not, it is the equivalent of spiritual surgery. You lie down and become super relaxed. A Reiki master will then individually go over all of your chakras, opening the ones that are closed and aligning them. See, Reiki masters are people who have had spiritual training on seeing your chakras. Yeah, they can actually see them through the third eye. They learn to move energy throughout their body and connect it and flow it into yours. It's a very amazing process. You may have to ask, but Reiki masters can also typically communicate to your higher self for you and ask you what you need to progress in your path. Reiki itself is growing more and more popular in the last 15 years, so it shouldn't be very hard to find a number of places near you that have it. If you're serious about this and you don't know where to start, Reiki is an excellent first step.
I think that Martimer81 made an excellent point about this. Take it away, man.
Okay. So, let me see if I get this right. You invent a problem. Hey, your chakras are out of alignment, or hey, this chakra is closed. Hey, I can open it for you. Yeah, I think we're done.
Medical science has proven that toxins and impurities, including negative thoughts, chemicals in our food, and other pollutants can influence the body. If these are consistent, chakra imbalances can manifest, which may eventually affect us on a mental and physical levels.
I know I might beat a dead horse here, but Jordan, please stop using the skull of Yorick where it doesn't belong.
Traditional healthcare at this time is unable to naturally or totally alleviate symptoms or cure all of our problems. This means it is up to us to improve our health conditions. We cannot forget about our whole being. In today's society, we put way too much emphasis on independence and not enough on interdependence. Our chakras are interdependent of each other, and we need to take care of all of them to take care of our whole.
Yeah, what's so great about individuality anyway? You need to think exactly like Jordan so that he can get some more money, I mean help you. Conform.
And that's basics of chakras. Believe it or not, we haven't even begun to scratch the surface of this incredible and complex topic. Chakras 2 will be a few weeks away though. Next week, we're gonna look at indigo children and super psychics. See you next week, and so it is.
How does this guy almost have 380,000 subscribers? I just don't get it. Are there really that many gullible people on YouTube? A stupid question, I guess. Oh well, next time, the madness continues. But for now, thank you all for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Oh, and Jordan, be seeing you.